Hi, good evening, and welcome to Say Goodnight with your library. I don't know about you, but I am ready for a good story tonight. One that's going to help me have sweet dreams and go to sleep. So let's see if you're all ready for our good night story time. Do you have your blanket? Gotta have your blanket. How about your snuggle friend? Very good. And you wearing your pajamas? Perfect. You are all set for our good night story time. So tonight we're reading Goodnight Moon, which is one of my favorite good night story times. So Goodnight Moon was written by Margaret Wise Brown and illustrated by Clement Hurd. Let's go ahead and get started. In the great green room there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of, let's see, can we find the red balloon? That's right, it's right up on the top. How about the telephone? Over on the dresser, right next to the bed. Good job. Do you see any pictures? I see two pictures. Let's see what they're of on our next pages. The cow jumping over the moon, and there were three little bears sitting on chairs. Those remind me of some nursery rhymes. So here's our cow jumping over the moon, and our three bears. I love the Goldilocks story. We'll have to read that one week. And two little kittens and a pair of mittens. Do you see our kittens and mittens? The kittens are playing on the carpet and the mittens are on the laundry rack. Good job. And a tiny and a little toy house and a young mouse. So let's see. Oh, I don't think my toy house is on that side. There it is, right in the front. Granted, I wouldn't say that's a little toy house. I would say that's a big toy house. Now, can you find our little mouse? Our little mouse is right over there. There's our little mouse. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. I don't think I'd want mush as a snack. Not a good night snack. I like to have Oreos. Definitely dunk my Oreos in milk. Just have to add that. And a quiet old lady who was whispering, hush. There we go. And let me do that one again. That way you don't have to glare. Good night room. Oh, that looks like a nice room to fall asleep in. And our little bunny in the bed looks like he is trying to go to sleep. Good night moon. Good night cow jumping over the moon. So there's our good night moon and our good night cow. Have you ever counted cows jumping over the moon? I've heard of counting sheep, but never counting cows. Good night light and the red balloon. Good night bears. Good night chairs. I'm hearing lots and lots of rhyming words in this book. Bears and chairs. Those are good rhyming words. Good night kittens and good night What was with the kittens? It rhymes. That's right, it's mittens. Our kittens and our mittens. Good night clocks and good night socks. Good night little house and good night mouse. That is right. Mouse rhymes with house. There's our little mouse. There he is. Good night comb and good night brush. The comb and brush rhyme? Say no, comb and brush don't rhyme, but they're both on that table. Good night nobody and good night mush. Oh, there's good night nobody. There's nothing there. And good night mush. We know that mush rhymes with brush. And good night to the old lady whispering, hush. Good night stars. Good night air. Look at all those stars up in the sky. Good night noises everywhere. And our little bunny is headed to sleep. The end. So, my friends, oh, my snuggle friend jumped off the chair. So, good night. Good night to you. Good night to your snuggle friend. I hope you enjoyed our Say Goodnight story time and our Say Goodnight book, Goodnight Moon. So I will see you next week. Have a great night of sleep. Sweet dreams. Bye.